Hey guys, thank you for joining me for another review. I'm a massive Monster Hunter fan and have only just discovered the God Eater franchise. Well, I mean, I always knew it was there, but I didn't really know what it was. And after I played God Eater 3, I thought, do you know what, I gotta review this, I've got to get out there because I don't know, like none of my friends know what the hell God Eater is. And it's a great franchise, and like I said, if you're a Monster Hunter fan, you're gonna love God Eater 3. So let's Earth is under threat from the dreaded Aragami. Not origami, not folded up paper. These are Aragami, which are monstrous creatures that terrorize all human life on Earth, or what's left of it, and Earth's only hope are the God Eaters, Aragami slayers that wield God Arcs, powerful and mysterious weapons that can take down the Aragami. However, a greater threat is emerging, and something strange is happening to the God Eaters, as well as a mysterious young girl that is being treated as cargo. The story of God Eater 3 follows that of God Eater 2 Rage Burst from the PlayStation Vita, and it's pretty good. It has amazing cutscenes, great characters, and an engaging plot that pushes along the story at a great pace. I was in no way bored at any time, and I'd always wanted to know what happened next. You can customize your own God Eater with a pretty extensive character customization editor, and engage with people via multiple choice answers, and so you can be aloof, you can be a total dick, or you can be the good guy. I'm always really the good guy or aloof. I can't bring myself to be a dick, even on a video game. But other than that, your character is as mute as a Link from the Legend of Zelda series. There's a lot to be said. The dialogue between the characters, whoever you choose to take out with you on the Aragami hunts, there's good banter and they talk amongst themselves, and you can increase the bond between each character. And to be honest, the story here is pretty shockingly good. I mean, because the Monster Hunter World story wasn't all that great. It was pretty much big ass monsters arrive, let's go fudge it up. But here, they did some great work. God Eater 3 does play a lot like Monster Hunter, but the old school Monster Hunter, you know, like 1, 2, 3, 4 generations, not so much like Monster Hunter World. You accept missions and go out hunting the monsters, or obviously here Aragami. You attack the crap out of the Aragami, damaging and breaking specific body parts, and then carving them up for the materials. Not in the same way as you do with Monster Hunter. You've got to kind of use your God Arc. It's very difficult to explain, and very weird sounding, but it kind of grows a face and munches on the corpse of whatever you've killed. However, you only gain one item that way, but at the end of the mission you do get other materials from it, and obviously depending on how many appendages you destroy on it, you get the more items. There's a great variety in the Aragami, and the missions don't take nowhere near as long as I thought they would, especially for a game of this ilk, where they can give you a time limit of up to 50 minutes. Most of the time limits on this game are about 44 minutes, I think. I didn't crack all of them, but I did a fair number of them, and there is loads, which is awesome, because I always like bang for your buck, and that is definitely what you get here. Like I said, the variety in the Aragami ranges from like an operatic singing floating thing, which was really cool, with like a big ass face and a little face that you got to fudge up. You've got like a ape style one, you've got massive crocodile thunder lizards, which really peed me off, but it's all good. It was amazing to see how many different Aragami you can come up against one after the other. I was pleasantly surprised every time. The combat is fast and frantic, and you can take up to 3 other NPC characters with you of your choosing after you've obviously unlocked them as you progress through the story, or you can team up online with other God Arcs and God Eaters and just go nuts and have a great time. The loop becomes addictive. Accept missions, collect items and materials, craft new, better shears, rinse and repeat. It's that old chestnut, and it can become quite addictive. The weapon variations are really cool, with swords, axes, hammers, and my personal favourite, the scythe. And there's also, which is a first I think for God Eater 3, which is dual wielding weapons. There's also cool guns to craft and equip. You can also equip skills to the gear and weapons, and craft cosmetic clothing. Now the guns are always a part of you, unlike obviously with Monster Hunter you had to choose the light or heavy Gatling gun or bow gun separately. Here on the PlayStation you just tap R1 and you change your melee weapon to your ranged weapon at will, and then you can just change it back. It's really, really cool and adds a good variation within the combat. Besides the main missions, there is the side missions, and you can partake in certification missions which yield yet more rewards and loot. There's also time attack missions, special missions, extra episodes, and Crimson Ashland missions that will all get progressively unlocked throughout the course of the story, and it's all free. There's no paid DLC here, which is awesome to hear. The controls feel great, and the ability to have your weapon grow the face and munch on the enemy to grant a burst mode whilst you're attacking them is really cool. The burst mode levels up to about level 3 and increases your attack and abilities. You can also activate and engage with members of your party to share burst statuses and other stat buffs. There's also the acceleration trigger that also adds more stat buffs. There's just add-ons and add-ons to make you even more badass. I don't want to go too in depth with it all because there was a few surprises that I'd really like for you to find out for yourself, but trust me, the combat is just slick, stylish and fun as hell. Items can be gathered from all over the map via shiny things on the floor, and traversing the maps is a lot of fun with the ability to do super dashing as well as sprint dashes. And you know, normally of course this all uses stamina, so don't go nuts with it, otherwise your character will be there panting and breathing, pretty much like I am after I just climb one flight of stairs, you know, being the fat bastard that I am. But I mean, see, I'm a gamer first, reviewer second. I wanted to make my YouTube channel to just talk about the games that I love and share my enthusiasm. However, there is a couple of gripes. One of them is that each map just feels like corridors. Some of them look pretty cool, others can be pretty bland, and they are literally just corridors to find the monster, and there's also side monsters to kill if you want to. But yeah, they don't feel as lively as the, like, especially coming from Monster Hunter World and going to this, it's a bit, you know, Monster Hunter World feels alive, each map is open and it just feels great. And also the second gripe is after every main mission you have to at times speak to NPCs. You have to go, it doesn't tell you where they are, you got to go mooch around the hub and find them, and you have to talk to them in order to then accept more missions to carry on. But that's just me pulling nitpicks out of my ass, really. I mean, there's no major issues with this game. Frame rates are stable, graphically it looks great, plays great, got no gripe about the controls. Yeah, it's just really good all round apart from those minor gripes. God Eater 3 is a badass Monster Hunter style game with a great cast of characters, an interesting and engaging story, amazing cutscenes, all the different Aragami monsters that you can fight and just tangle with, the weapons you can craft, the combat with a whole bunch of content that will keep making you come back for more. What else can I say? It's well worth picking up, and it quite rightly deserves a 9 out of 10 from me. If you haven't tried this game already, please give it a go. It's constantly going on offer for around about a tenner here in the UK. Of course, you can also pick it up physically on PS4 and Nintendo Switch, so it's great on both. Please give it a bash. I think actually on the Switch and possibly on the PS4 there's a free demo that you can download, and I suggest going for it. It is really, really fun. But anyway guys, thank you very much for watching this review. If you like the video, please like the video. If you dislike the video, please dislike the video. Please leave any comments down below that if you've played it and you really love it, or you played it and just whatever you guys want to say about it, please. I'd love to read what you guys put. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. When I hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, I will be doing regular giveaways. Some awesome shares coming up, and thank you again for the continued support. Anyway guys, that's enough out of me. Until next time, take it easy.